What up, interwebs? I know it's been ages since I've done a vlog. I know, a week and a bit. But it's mostly because I've been lazy, frustrated, not liking stuff. Got a few things to talk about today, some requests by people, and a personal choice. First one was I got asked to talk about my tattoos, which is very little at the moment, and body modification in general. First of all, my tattoos, I've only got my wrist as I showed you guys earlier, and starting with my chest. Um, yeah, that's all I've got at the moment. I do plan on having two sleeves, my two shin pieces, back and ribs done, but obviously that's going to take a while. Hopefully by the end of the year I'll have my chest coloured and my left sleeve outlined, hopefully. Um, Hopefully. It's expensive and it takes time. I don't really want to discuss the designs as I want to keep it a surprise, as I did with my chest piece, which a lot of people hated. Mostly because it's not about, for me, it's not about appealing to everyone else, and a lot of the time it doesn't sound as good as I know it will look, as I've designed it. So I tend to keep it a secret, and so when it happens, you'll see it. My opinion on body modification, I love it. Since I was about, I don't know, 10, I think was the first time I ever saw a person with piercings and tattoos everywhere. Oh, I've seen people with tattoos, but piercings and tattoos like everywhere sort of thing. And since then it's just been really played on my mind, and snake bites was the first thing I ever wanted to get. Mum refused to let me get them 5 days after I turned 16. When I got them done, had them done now for nearly 3 years. I've got all the piercings I want. I don't really want any more, but as I said, I want tattoos everywhere. But there's some tattoos and piercings I don't really approve of per se. Not because I don't think it looks good. Quite often it looks good on the people, and like I've said, it's your own choice. What you want to get done on yourself, whatever tattoos you want to get. So you can't really judge people that way. As long as the person who has it likes it, who are you to judge? Yeah, I'm all for it. Everything. Stretching. I've seen people with stretched, I don't know, seen a person with a stretched belly button piercing, it creeps me out, but it's not like, oh, you shouldn't get that done, that's disgusting. It's like, whoa, that's amazing. Never thought of doing that. So yeah, it's my opinion on body modification and stuff. Next I'm going to do my personal choice. I get asked a lot, why do I listen to screamo music or stuff with yelling and all that sort of stuff? Everyone's heard it who's listened to alternate, hardcore, whatever you want to call it. And the best way I've heard describe it was 2 years ago when I was in Thailand. Two older guys, they were young guys, they're probably about 19 at the time, so they're probably about 22 or something now. They asked me what music I was into, and I told them a couple of the bands, and they listened to like Alexis on Fire, a lot of the early hardcore punk stuff, not really heavy, but like hardcore punkish, bit of screaming and stuff. And one of the other guys on the tour asked this older guy, he goes, well, why do you listen to screaming stuff? And this is the best explanation I've ever heard, and it's what I keep referring to now. And the guy said, he goes, well, what happens when you're really, really happy, or you're really, really sad, or something's got you really frustrated, or you're really angry, or just you're really emotional about something, and like you just can't hold it in anymore, you just want to get it all out. You scream at the top of your lungs, you swing your arms around, you get frustrated, you vent it all, you just let it all out, and that's the best way I've heard of it. And when I'm writing music now, I just sort of try to think of that. It's like music has to be really emotional. Like for me, I've got to channel it all out and just get it all out of me. So for me, screaming is a way of releasing all that pent up anger. It works sometimes, not all the time, sometimes, but I really enjoy it. I've been doing it for ages now. And yeah, that's why screaming. For all you little people out there who don't like screaming music because I can't understand it, there's a bit more to it than being able to understand it. And last thing I'm going to talk about comes from one of my friends, Maddie. She's one of my oldest friends. I'll put her Tumblr link down below. She asked me to talk about people and giving up. And so here it goes. Like, in my opinion, people shouldn't give up. Like, I know stuff gets hard sometimes. Of course it does. Everything gets hard. Walking up a hill, you can get tired even if it's not steep. That sort of thing. But you really shouldn't give up. And I like to think of it this way. The ultimate point of giving up is obviously suicide, and it's a very touchy subject. I've had a few people commit suicide in my life. Few people have tried. It's very touchy. And I look at it this way: if you commit suicide, sure, you're not hurting anymore, but every other person that you've touched in your life is going to hurt a lot more than what you are. So I think, honestly, if you commit suicide, it's a bit of a coward's thing. You should be strong for all the people who love you and all the people you love. You should really, I don't know, just be strong and be brave and hold on to it. Try and find those very few people that you know that you can talk to in your life. I've only got a couple. And a lot of people will know if they've tried talking to me about stuff I don't like to. It's only a couple people. And really, like, just be strong, because everyone has so much potential. Like, I don't know, look at Stephen Hawking's. If he was fine for when he was younger. If you don't know who Stephen Hawking is, Google him. When he was younger, he was a lot fine. He was a lot better than he is now. But as he got older, he developed a lot of serious illness. He's incredibly intelligent, but if he'd just given up because he thought, oh, I'm getting really sick, I'm wheelchair bound, I can't really talk properly, I can't really move at all, look what would happen. He's done so much amazing work for science in his time, and just, you have so much potential, you can do so many things. Just because you can't see it now doesn't mean it won't happen. Like I said, I sort of cruise along with my life, but if an opportunity comes along, I jump on it. And it's not all the time I can see those opportunities coming up. A lot of the time they're just like, I know, it's sort of like you see something out of the corner of your eye and you can see it for a split second as you turn your head, but it's not there for the whole time you're looking. So you sort of just got to jump on things. And people just put too much emphasis on the negatives, and you really shouldn't. Negative things, sure, there's a lot of them in life, they're everywhere, but it shouldn't dominate your life. You shouldn't only look at the negatives. There are positives to everything. I know I don't look at them, but practice what you preach, Zach. But you should really just focus on the positives. You shouldn't give up, and you should always strive to be the best person you can, because as I said, society is fucked, humanity is fucked, everyone is just so selfish and out for their own gain. Try to change that. Try to be a better person in yourself. Try to help others, and don't expect things in return, even though it is nice from time to time. Just try to be a better person. Don't give up. Speak to someone who you feel you can really trust, whether it's parents, family, like cousins and uncles and things like that, or just like your really close friends. And if you can't find someone to talk to, heck, talk to me. I'm always willing to listen. Just, yeah, don't give up. Stay positive. And that's all I've really got to say today, guys. Thanks for watching. Love your faces, and keep cool.